In the sweltering jungles of the Burning Isles, odd coalitions are formed between unlikely allies. Here, the Flowzie family gathers an entourage with the currency of their succulent fruit. Once introduced to the mainland, this family has served as the first companion to many acolytes in the League of Magi. Wild Flowzies thrive amidst the lush jungles and sunny beaches of the Burning Isles, where they laze about basking under the sun's embrace. The fruit borne around their necks make Flowzies tempting targets for larger creatures, forcing them to retreat into hiding between bouts of sunbathing. Flowzies have been known to forge alliances with smaller creatures, however, offering their fruit as a gesture of friendship. These bonds create a mutual guard against predators, and in such conditions, Flowzies exhibit a rare ferocity when faced with danger. Therapetals have a much bolder demeanor than their younger forms. In their natural abode, these creatures are frequently attended by an entourage of smaller species that act as their bodyguards. These creatures have a symbiotic arrangement with the Therapetal, snacking on the fruit that it grows in exchange for protection. Such an entourage may consist of a single species or a medley of different ones, as Therapetals occasionally form pairs, combining forces to attract stronger allies. Such partnerships are seldom seen exceeding 2 individuals, however, as the independent nature of these creatures often prevails. Unlike its younger kin, Sauerbloom bears a sharp sense of selectivity regarding its followers. These creatures treat their entourage more like a gang, meticulously weeding out the weakest among them and mercilessly exiling any potential rivals. Known for its territorial nature, a Sauerbloom will often engage in fierce turf wars with other of its kind to defend its domain. Mated pairs sometimes combine their forces, forming an alliance that controls a large swath of territory within their habitat. The Flowzie family wields a wide repertoire of powers, allowing it to assume a number of roles in battle, switching from one to the other as the situation and its allies dictate. The Flower class provides both stimulating fragrances to support their allies and debilitating bursts of toxic pollen to confound their foes. At range, they can fall back on the Spitter class to deliver toxic and corrosive blasts of poison to soften up enemies for their friends. And when they get into trouble, the Sunforge class is there to heal them with stored energy and unleash blinding bursts of sunlight to distract assailants. Flowzie and its metamorphoses are an explorer's best friends. The fruit they grow is able to provide their conjurer with a steady supply of food while away from civilization. They don't need to consume many resources either, as their photosynthetic nature allows them to recover health from sunbathing rather than spending their conjurer's mana. Sauerbloom is especially valuable as it is large enough for a human to ride, taking the burden of travel onto itself. Subscribe to the channel to learn more about Crytures, the upcoming monster collecting tabletop RPG. And check out the links in the description for other places that you can find Crytures. Until next time, be well, Conjurer, and may you walk the waking dream.